It's an all Premier League tie in tonight's Carabao Cup matchup. Manchester United taking on Newcastle United and a bit of an old rival in Rafael Benitez. And well, times have changed since Rafa Benitez last met Manchester United. He was probably Liverpool manager back then, and he was up against Sir Alex Ferguson. And we all know that infamous rant that Rafa Benitez went on in one press conference many years ago. Times are so different now, and Manchester United are incredibly different from that matchup. And one thing Gregg Popovich will be looking to do tonight is definitely look at a response from his players after a rather surprising loss at Everton here last time out for them. But Gregg can't afford to take it very easy tonight. This is an all Premier League tie, so he has to play the strongest squad he possibly can, although there will be a few alterations. As you can see, Sergio Romero there starting in goal. I think making his first start of the season, unbelievably, as he didn't start against Leeds in the last matchup, which Manchester United won comfortably. Not convincingly in terms of goals, but it was a 1-0. Well, actually, it wasn't all convincing now I remember. It was actually a tight matchup in which Leeds gave Manchester United a really tough game. The squad for Popovich today has Romero in goal with Lindelof, Bailly and Tuanzebe in the defence. He's gone back to a 3-5-2. Herrera's with Fellaini, Zaha, Pogba, Mkhitaryan in the midfield. Gazzi Zardes is up top with Anthony Martial. With Newcastle United, Mitrovic is up top with Osaka behind him, and Rob Elliott plays in goal. They're the most notable names in a rather different Newcastle United side to years gone by. There is in the midfield with Moreno, Hayden and Atsu. It's Gomez with Fellaini, Clark and Maluno in the defence. And it's a lose or go home situation, and already Romero is having to deal with a low swinging cross from Atsu. That would have been a disastrous start for United had that come to something. And immediately United come back on the attack with Martial. Gazzi Zardes has got the ball and an instant goal from Manchester United. And it's Gazzi Zardes in the Carabao Cup again. Instant response from the early chance created by Newcastle. And once again, just like at Leeds, Gazzi Zardes is having a quick-fire start to a Carabao Cup game. Beautiful cross from Martial, and Zardes, well, he did the rest. Absolutely sensational stuff. Manchester United with the awesome, super quick counter-attack. And it worked wonders, and Gazzi Zardes finished it with a plong and gets his second cup goal in his second game in the Carabao Cup. And much like we said, much like at Leeds, it's a quick-fire start. And Manchester United, who could have got behind in that instance, instantly went the other way and got ahead instead. And, well, I think Gazzi Zardes is pretty much stating a claim to probably be a starter more often. Alongside Martial, with obviously the injury to Romelu Lukaku still a factor at the moment. Obviously rested with the games coming in quick succession, and we're getting closer and closer to the Christmas New Year period. Oh my goodness, and Romero is miscued, but Mitrovic is a long way offside. I kind of guessed he was. It's sort of close, but Tuanzebe was able to play him off. Look at this passing for United. It's sensational. Martial to Zardes, who's pushed. The referee is no foul given. That is unbelievable. Zardes was clean through and on his way. The referee with no foul given at all. It's an awful decision, to be honest. Manchester United should be having a free kick. But whatever the case, they're playing ever so well. And here's Zardes again. Oh, and we said that Zardes was setting the MLS alight with movements like that, and he almost had that one pull off as well. Mkhitaryan. Gazzi Zardes on the run again. It's Zardes. He's playing ever so well at the moment. Gazzi Zardes. It's been sensational so far, and he almost got a second goal there. And he's winning this competition for United all by himself at the moment. Unbelievably, it's still 1-0. And that's the end of the first half in a dominating performance so far from Manchester United. The perfect response to the Everton defeat in the league. Gazee Zardes once again is just playing out of his boots, to be honest. 2 games in the Carabao Cup, 2 goals in a matter of all the 4 minutes total. As he scored in the first few seconds of the first half, scored in the third in this one. And it's Gazee Zardes setting the cup alight. And just like at the previous round, Manchester are up by a goal to 0, thanks to that man. Mkhitaryan is fouled. Referee finally giving a free kick. He was very lenient in the first half, the referee. That time he penalises the foul against Mkhitaryan. We pull Pogba on the edge of the box. He's not going to shoot from here. We get into the box towards Mkhitaryan. Oh! And Mkhitaryan, hugely unlucky. Bicycle kick. Oh, that's wonderful from Mkhitaryan, but it just doesn't come off. Oh my word. And Mkhitaryan, as you remember, has a knack for that. Last season, just a wonderful strike against, I believe it was Sunderland, that overhead kick. And he scored. Absolutely wonderful stuff, and he almost had another one to add to his collection. Next for Manchester United, a trip to St Mary's, a tough ground of the past, up against Southampton in the Premier League. Mkhitaryan, wonderful stuff from United. Pogba able to turn and shoot, and saved by Elliott. And certainly this formation works for Gregg Popovich's side at the moment. Delaney. Obviously, I'll have to rotate this squad, especially in the... oh, what a goal! Dwight Gale, and because of the... No, it's offside. And because of the commentators almost struck me there again. But this time, it's offside against Gale. I think it is. And that would have been an instant impact, but he's quite a bit offside, to be fair. And the linesman, the referee, very late to spot it. Yeah, wonderfully done. And Zaha and Zardes, and oh my goodness me. Everyone is everywhere. Zardes. See Zardes again. Plays off to Martial. And they just can't score again, Manchester United at the moment.
Substitution for Manchester United.
And substitution here. There's Ashley Young. He's going to come on for Wilfried Zaha. His job is done for the night. And here comes Rob Elliott. And Newcastle corner. And here comes the goalkeeper. Newcastle in with the corner. Atsu. Romero gets a clear. Gazee Zardes get there. No, he can't. The game is over. Manchester United with a win tonight in probably one of the most dominating 1-0 wins you will ever see. Gregg Popovich has done the job today, and Fellaini has a good comeback performance after his error and Everton giving away the penalty. But Gazee Zardes, absolutely sensational night, and does his fellow American proud, that's for sure. And probably make it a case to be a future star here at United. He was doing well in the MLS before he came over, and his name is probably more up in lights now. It's maybe the one goal, but it was thoroughly dominating in terms of having the ball, and just Zardes just making stars around the Newcastle United players all evening long in a phenomenal performance. Manchester United deservedly win by a goal to 0 and progress to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Gazee Zardes has made a name for himself tonight. Scores in the Carabao Cup tonight. Aston Villa losing by 3 goals to 2 at Villa Park in an epic clash. Brighton, the newly promoted side to the Premier League, actually win by a goal to 0. And an absolute classic at Cheltenham Town is that it went to penalties against Arsenal after a 2-2 draw, and Arsenal progressed 3-4 or 4-3 rather on penalties. Chesterfield losing by a goal to 0 against Oxford United. Same score at Doncaster, and Bournemouth progressed the Premier League side. Huddersfield, another newly promoted Premier League team, progressing against Fulham by 2-1. Leicester City smashed by Manchester City, for lack of a better phrase, by 3-0. United beating Newcastle. Obviously, Millwall taking a 3-1 win at Blackpool. Peterborough losing by 1-0 against Wigan. Rochdale losing 2-0 to Derby County. And finally, Swansea City, the Premier League side, knocked out by Reading by 1-0 at Swansea City there. So the Premier League scalp has gone in this round of the Carabao Cup. Back to the Premier League for Gregg Popovich's Manchester United. And today they're at St Mary's Stadium to take on Southampton. A bit of a bogey team in recent seasons. A bit of a team that Manchester United has struggled against. Their talisman Tadic has always caused the problems in the most recent times. But this is under a brand new manager, so the slate is wiped clean. Well, the two surprises in this year's Premier League season are no doubt Spurs and Watford. Going into this weekend, the only unbeaten teams in the league as of now, after Manchester United lost their record against Everton, losing by 2-0. Southampton are in real trouble when it comes to scoring this season, however, only scoring 2 goals all season long against one of the best defences in the league that has only conceded 3. It's a bit of a mismatch for them today, but anything can happen when the game is played on the football pitch. McCarthy starts in goal for Southampton, and he's with Sertan, Yoshida, Van Dijk and McQueen. Van Dijk, the subject of much transfer speculation in the summer window, but he's still here. Lamela and Romelu are behind Bahadi, Tadic and Boufal, and up front is main man Charlie Austin. Tadic, the man, as we said, causing the problems with Manchester United in recent years. Well, thanks to the Carabao Cup, Gregg Popovich has had to swap his team around, but David De Gea is back in goal. Smalling and Jones are joined by Roshan Williams making his debut for the club. Lingard is with Matic, Marta, Blind and Solby in the midfield. Up front it's Rashford and Wilson as opposed to Martial and Zardes. They both make the bench, as does Herrera, Pogba and Eric Bailly, caused by the squad rotation in the Carabao Cup, as we just said. He was under pressure from, I think it was Williams back there. Roshan Williams making his debut for the club. Everyone's been raving about him recently. McCarthy punches that one out. Oh, and Tadic has got ahead of, I think that might have been Williams actually, but... And here comes Charlie Austin as well. Former man at Queen's Park Rangers. Austin. Not a lot he could do down there. Tadic. In the box, the man that has caused Manchester United so many issues. Blocked by Smalling. Lamela's come out. David De Gea has saved it. Hashtag Dave Saves is in fact for the first time this afternoon. Not been the scoring machines, but when you've played like Manchester United have, you don't have to. The only thing is, when they're creating chances, they're only hitting about maybe 50% of them. But the result at the end of the game is always a 0-0 in Manchester United's favour. They will certainly take it. That's what gets them the win. 3 points. Charlie Austin has gone wide under pressure from David De Gea. There's a great pass here. That was a fantastic pass. De Gea was all ends up beaten there. Austin couldn't put it in the corner. Either side of David De Gea, and that's going in. It's unfortunate. Bellard. Score coming in from the Bet365 Stadium where Chelsea were behind. But now they have drawn level with Stoke City. Thanks to Willian. It's 1-1 there now. So Stoke's lead has been evaporated for now. And then into the box. Tadic is wide open there with a great save from David De Gea again. Dyer takes the free kick. And there is the end of the first half. Well, it's been a rather contested game, and Southampton's scoring troubles continue, only scoring twice and missing all the rest pretty much. Manchester United conjuring up a couple of the chances early on, but apart from that, it's been a battle in the midfield more than anything else, and that results in a 0-0 scoreline at half time. It's been very even in that battle too. Oh, what a goal! And there is 1-0 to Southampton, and pretty much what happened at Newcastle. And Boufal has scored a wonder goal there for Southampton, and they take the lead here. And that's only their third goal of the season. And it's given them the lead, and the Southampton players are ecstatic. I did not see this coming. And a pass down, and then another pass down, and then bang. David De Gea. Probably more at fault for this than anything else. It's not the greatest shot ever. I think Smalling kind of gets in the way of it. Oh, David De Gea is not getting that in a million years. It's actually a really good strike, to be fair. He looked much closer than he was on the first replay, but looking at that again, it's a great strike for Bouvard, and it gives Southampton the lead. And that really caught me off guard. I was not expecting that strike. And Southampton have a very surprise lead here. Southampton 1, United 0. And a goal also coming in from Everton and Bournemouth, and Everton have turned it completely around as they have a 2-1 lead. And on the Manchester United side of things, Martial is coming on, and it is for James Wilson. And no surprise there. Wilson's been looking a little tired and out of sorts. His passing accuracy's been pretty low, and Gregg Popovich feels the need to take him off. He won't feel too upset about it. He's a young player, and he'll get better, obviously. For a team that hasn't been expected to win, there's the full-time whistle. For a team that's not expected to win a lot this season, Manchester United, when they lose, have played well. And unfortunately, they lose again today for the second time in back-to-back league losses for Gregg Popovich, but he will take such praise for the performance of the team, which has been rather good. But unfortunately, Southampton were able to get the goal today. And Manchester United, as we've said many times this season, the progress is certainly there, and these days are going to happen. It's a good performance, but once again, like Everton, Manchester United have lost again. Southampton 1, United 0, but the performance was good enough for praise at least. All the scores from around the Premier League today in coinciding with today's match, and we start at Turf Moor, where Huddersfield's dream season continues, as they were able to manage to hold on against Burnley's late surge and hold on to win by 2-1. Everton won by the same scoreline against a very miserable looking season for Bournemouth. It's the same scoreline also at the King Power Stadium, where Liverpool won today and Manchester City beat Crystal Palace by 2-0. Southampton beating Man United by 1-0. Stoke City losing to Chelsea by 3-1. Watford's incredible seasons continue, and they are now the only unbeaten side in the league as West Ham beat Spurs by 2-1. There seems to be a lot of scores happening like this season at the moment. It's quite funny. So with Spurs losing today, the table looks very different. Watford have gathered 14 points from a possible 18, and they're the only side unbeaten left in the league, and are top of the table by a point, ahead of another surprising team in Everton, who are doing really riding high under Sam Allardyce. Arsenal have come from nowhere, and their slow start of the season is completely forgot about, as they're equal on points with Liverpool, and ahead of them in third on goal difference. Spurs have dropped down to fifth with their loss today. Everyone has clawed back. Manchester United with their two most recent losses, the Spurs and Manchester City now go ahead of them. Huddersfield are on equal points with them, but go behind on goal difference, sitting in eighth. Brighton are the same, not ahead by a further goal. They've got a goal difference of 0, but they're sitting in ninth. West Ham 10th. The only side who are really struggling outside their kind of regular position is Chelsea in 11th place. Leicester City down to 12th. Stoke 13th, 14th. Southampton 15th. Newcastle 16th. Burnley 17th. Crystal Palace. And the relegation zone is Swansea and West Brom, down with Bournemouth, who, unlike Watford, have gathered no points after 6 games. And Eddie Howe is having a very slow start to the season indeed for Bournemouth.